Hi there, this is Randy, your saw machine man. What we're looking at here is a very famous little machine, the Singer Heavy Duty. Heavy Duty. This is so famous because they're selling these like hotcakes. Very popular machine. It's not a bad machine. The only problem with it is it's not heavy duty. It's all plastic. It's got a little stainless steel bed plate on here. This is very similar to a machine that I sold in the 70s. They've updated it by putting a stainless steel bed plate on it. It's got a drop-in plastic bobbin. Bobbin case is plastic. It's got a bobbin winder over here, automatic disengage, which is nice for people who don't have the hand strength to loosen the clutch over there. But it's got a little pawl in there that'll break. It's got adjustable pressure on top, which is nice. You can adjust how much pressure you want to put on your fabric. If they would just say it's a nice little machine and here's the money, that would be one thing. But the heavy duty is very, very misleading, because in my world, heavy duty is not this machine. There are a lot of machines out there that are heavy duty. This is not it, in my opinion. It's easy to use. Easy little reverse lever until it breaks. It's plastic. It's got a cam behind here that's prone to break. When I stitch these out for customers, I only do it on the straight stitch. I don't turn this dial because I've had it actually break while you're turning it. So this is a very famous little machine. I have a lot of customers that have them, and if they don't try to do something goofy with it, like sew on jeans, denim, canvas, trying to make a saddle with it or something goofy like that, that's a joke. But I tell people, just don't think it's heavy duty. Don't put a big size 18 needle in there and try to sew on designer drapes. It's just not going to work a long time. They try to put heavy thread on it. I had a customer today that had one, and she had button craft thread on it, which is for hand sewing only. But upholstery thread, you name it. People get these because they say heavy duty. They think it's an upholstery machine, and they throw that money down a hole. I see these sitting in a corner almost every place I go. When someone buys the wrong machine first, this is it. So if you want a good little machine that's lightweight for doing just regular day-to-day lightweight sewing, I always say shirts and jammies and blouses and pillowcases, anything heavy duty, don't get this machine. I don't recommend it for that. Otherwise, it's not a bad little machine. I don't mind the little machine. It's not bad for the price, but it's certainly not heavy duty. Hello again, everyone. This is Randy, your sewing machine man. Looks like today is going to be Singer Heavy Duty Day. This is not like this HD 6620 I had earlier. This is the 4452 Heavy Duty. How do we know it's heavy duty? So right there. Okay. Sarcasm. Plastic, 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 plastic. Some sort of a, not even 10. I don't know what this is, but it's something to make it look industrial. So I don't know. Except this one's a little more user friendly. These are usually running around $169.80 online. I look them up, and I would prefer this one because this one's going to be easier to service. All the panels come off. You can get to it. You can oil it. It has oiling wicks that you can put oil on. This would be my choice. I'd take the lower price one. Forget the heavy duty. It's just a sewing machine. But whatever you do, don't sew on heavy stuff with it, because just like the other one, you'll spin out this little plastic bobbin case. It'll break it. I tell anybody that has a drop-in bobbin with one of these flimsy bobbin cases, always have an extra, because if your needle hits it on the outside and dings it up, it's gonna be game over. So always have one of these standing by. Of course, it's got the oiling wick in the middle, like all the ones with the drop-in bobbin has the oiling wick. A lot of people pull that out. They think that's lint. No, that's your felt oil reservoir. But your frame never goes bad. I've never seen a frame failure. You're not taking these off-road. You're not launching them into space. And you'll be on the treadmill. It's the treadmill of replacing the new plastic Fantastics. They break, you buy a new one. You're not going to spend big bucks, $200-300 to repair this. Now, when you paid $169.80 for it, I know you're that smart, because I have a lot of customers that are going, no way. The guy said he wanted, the Singer place, he said he wanted $200 to fix it. I only paid $169.80 plus tax. Why would I do that? They know that. So you get on the treadmill, you start replacing them. Next thing you know, you'll have these things all over the house. You'll have door stops. If you ever have like a big windy day, you can prop the doors open to like 15 different doors. Because I go into people's houses and I see this one and all the Singer Heavy Duties. I see them stacked up. They'll have 2 or 3 of them because they bought them thinking they were heavy duty. They sew heavy stuff. They break them. They go buy another one. That's just the way it works. So get any of these heavy duties. Sorry, Mr. Singer. He's rolling in his grave. Listen to me talk about his pride and joy, Singer. But they're just overhyped. They don't deliver on the hype. My opinion. It's what happens. These won't take denim. They won't. You can't use an oversized thread. You can't use an oversized needle. When you hear that needle hitting the fabric, as it enters it going thump, 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 that tells you you have reached the limits of the machine and something's getting ready to go. Same way over here, you'll say, well, I'll just give it one more try over the heavy seam. And this is plastic. The driver in there will break and you'll have a machine sitting in front of another door or on a stack of papers. They make excellent paperweights. Don't waste the money. If you have to have just a basic machine or you want to start somebody out with as a beginner, why not? 150 bucks. They say, I don't want to do it anymore. Put it in front of the door. You got a doorstop. All right. Singer Heavy Duty 4452. Not my favorite. Hello again, everybody. This is Randy, your sewing machine man, and today we're looking at what we've been looking at. This is the ongoing saga of the Singer Heavy Duty. I'm getting a lot of comments, a lot of feedback, a lot of snarky stuff. I like to be snarky. You guys are knocking it out of the park. No problemo. It's your privilege, it's your right, free speech and all that. But obviously I've stepped on a few toes when I tell people that the reason I'm not fond of this machine is not because it's a bad machine or a good machine. I actually give it a pretty good review. I have a problem with these two words. Heavy duty. Golly, how hard is this to understand, people? I'm giving you my opinion, OPINION, based on 47 years of experience. Look it up, opinion. It means it's what I feel about this machine. Now, there are people who give my opinion a lot of weight because I fix between 10 and 20 machines a day. Now, the people who are complaining, I don't know how many machines they fix a day, or even if they even fix machines. Maybe they just own one of these and they're getting their feelings hurt because it's got a metal frame. Well, whoop-de-freaking-do. It's got a metal frame. This particular one is going in the scrap heap because the motor burned out. Well, that happens to machines. Motors burn out. But the motor being burned out has nothing to do with the metal frame. I probably fix a couple, 3 of these a week. They're out there. There's millions of them. They're a very popular machine. For every person who loves it, who bought it just because they thought it's a nice machine, and it is, there's somebody else who bought it because it says heavy duty, and they're trying to sew on heavy stuff with it, and it just won't do it. The needle goes down, hits whatever they're sewing on, like heavy denim, it won't penetrate it, it won't push through it. It doesn't have the puncture power. It's got a nice motor. That motor's been around since the 70s. Not a bad motor. This one burned out. The electronics on it burned out. But that's not what makes it bad. It's when they try to sew on something heavy, it won't go through, and then they grab the hand wheel and they turn it, and it breaks the hand wheel because it's plastic. Inside plastic, 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 plastic. Everything I'm touching is plastic. It breaks. And why does it break? Because people think because it says heavy duty, they can sew on heavy stuff. That would just seem logical, but it's not, because it's not, in my opinion, OPINION, look it up. My opinion, it's not heavy duty. Now people say, well, why don't you recommend something? Oh my God, if you're going to run this down, why don't you recommend something? Well, I've made other videos where I recommend other machines, but here's how it works in heavy duty sewing machine land. Heavy duty is like the word yellow, pink, pretty. It's a descriptive term. There is no legal definition for heavy duty. Thus, Singer can do this with no penalty because they're not breaking any rules. They're calling it the Singer Heavy Duty. They have one they call the Curvy, the Prelude. It's just a name, but it has a meaning. Heavy means heavy, duty means application of the heaviness. So people interpret that because they've gone to school. They know what words mean, like opinion. There you go. So it's not a bad machine, but if you want a heavy duty one that I think's heavy duty, again, my opinion, go look at some of the Kenmores I review, some of the Singers, some of the side load, the old black cast iron, all steel, because plastic hadn't been invented yet. so there's no plastic. So if you want a good machine, this is not a bad machine. For shirts, pajamas, blouses, pillowcases, you know, silk scarves. This will get you in trouble. But if it hurts your feelings because I say it's heavy duty, that's fine. But see, I try to scrape out 15 minutes a day to make a video, and you guys have all day to sit around and pick apart what I say. So go for it. Have a blast. I'll go back. I got machines to fix. I got about 10 that have to be ready later today and tomorrow because I have customers making masks and they rely on me, and they value my opinion very highly, and for that I appreciate them. Thanks. Hi there everybody, this is Randy, your sewing machine man. Again, we're looking at a Singer heavy duty. When these come in, I like to just highlight the different things that my customers experience with them, so it's not me just making stuff up. Like in the comment section, there's a whole lot of loyal folks for this little machine, and that's okay. You can be loyal to your machine. I just like to help my customers out who are thinking about getting these the best approach to make sure they're getting the right machine for themselves. This particular one came in because she was sewing on denim, because it says heavy duty, and of course she says, well, I'm a logical person, that means it'll sew on denim. Well, it'll sew on denim. When you get down to the daggone hem where it's rolled up 3 times, you get a steady diet of that. Here's what happens. This needle plate collapsed, and when it just collapses down below like that, normally you can just get something and straighten it back up. But when the sides are broken, when it's absolutely compromised, and it's snapped on both sides, it needs to be replaced. And this is what a Q60D is, what this says, Q60D. So if I'm going to get one of these and sew on something thinking that it's not magnetic, is what I'm trying to say. See, the magnet doesn't stick to that. It sticks to this, even though it's thin. So if you're going to get one of these, have a ball, like I say. Sew on your jammies and your pillowcases and your dresses and things like that. But if you're going to sew on denim, get an extra one of these. You're going to need it if you have a steady diet of heavy denim or anything like that. If you go for this, you better get one of these. So if you're going to get one of these, have one of these in escrow, because you're probably going to need it if you sew on denim. Just a helpful hint if you have a heavy duty. I'll just use this thing until it blows up and buy another one, and I know people do that. They'll blow it up, buy another one, and they've amortized the numbers, they've run the figures, and they say that's cheaper than getting an industrial and, you know, taking it to the, maybe they're just putting the prototype together and seeing if they want to make it for their Etsy account, and maybe this will just get them over the hump. Everybody's got a logical reason for buying these things, and I have no problem. I do not hate on these machines. I just don't like the fact that it says heavy duty, because that's just a descriptive term, like red or pretty or, you know, robust. That's just a descriptive term. There is no way to quantify heavy duty, because it's an opinion. My opinion is it's not heavy duty. Of course, that's just my opinion based on 49 years of experience. And I've told you what heavy duty is. And it's not things that are almost totally plastic, because plastic is, you know, it's heavier than cotton candy. And it's heavier than marshmallows, but, and if you want to get one of these, go ahead. I mean, if I worked on these all day long, I can knock out, when I was at the Singer Service Center, we had to knock out a minimum of 10 machines a day. The most I've ever knocked out of one day is 32. That's my personal best. I mean, we started very early in the morning, and 18 hours later, we were done. We had a lot of machines to knock out, but 32 is my day's best, and if I have to do 10 of these a day, I got no problem with it. I'll get them fixed if they're fixable. That's what I do, and these people pay me the money to do it. So my job is to fix them, get them back to them, and then they can do whatever they want to with it. So you want to treat it like it's heavy duty, that's none of my business. But if you want one of these and you want to sew on shirts and blouses and jammies and pillowcases, you're going to have pretty good luck for a long time, because they're not bad little machines. But in my estimation, they're not, you know what. Thanks.
Hi there. I hope you enjoyed that montage that I did. I have been listening to Randy, your sewing machine man, for years now, and I truly admire him for his expertise. Now, I've heard him in some of his videos in the past where he doesn't do edit, he doesn't even do thumbnails, from what I noticed. I want to make his content engaging, so this is my reaction video to his review of the Singer heavy duty sewing machine, which by the way comes in different model names. At the end of the day, he's not trying to be mean. I think he has a very dark sense of humor. I think he's funny. He's also doing all of us a favor by warning us not to be overexcited about this machine, which is super hyped up out there. So to lower our expectation, that's all he's doing right now. And he gets a lot of flack with that. He gets a lot of angry responses from his videos, especially the ones that own this machine. But what I can respect is he's reviewing this machine from a technical standpoint. I think it's very important to listen to the perspective and expertise of people that fix his sewing machine, because as a sewer, it actually helps us understand and help us ultimately become better sewers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you on my next video.